Hey, everybody, I'm about to go live on YouTube, so please.
Yeah, I was saying. Let's go on one more. I think it's all plastic.
Who is it? Is it Senator?
Yeah. Good. I don't know. Only thing I can go out. Anything other than that. I don't know exactly where my date.
Everyone, it is now 4:59. Call this meeting to order at the time. Director Coleman, can you listen to my song? Great job, everyone. One of your outfits looking very nice. Black picture later. Very well. Thank you, Mrs. Norton. Fantastic. All right, we're now going to roll call. General Officer Ray.
President Copeland. Present. Vice President Edwards.
Present.
Treasurer Correa. Chief of Staff Moody. Director Willem. Director Johnstone. Director Cunningham. Assistant Director Battle. Director Dickens. Assistant Director Chiodore. Director Ramos. Director Sato. Director Daxton. Assistant Director Selman. Assistant Director Sutton. Director Clark. Director Howard. Assistant Director Onwonga. Director Pickney. Director Randia. Assistant Director Coleman. Director Malaj. Director Carr. Representative Van. Representative Omsalu. Representative Thompson. Representative McCauley. Representative Halsted. Senator Appleworthy. Senator Bell. Present. Senator Dangu. Senator Dobbin. Senator Hammond. Senator Hicks.
Present.
Senator Ekpe. Senator McGuire.
Present.
Senator Washington Manera. Senator Odonsoye. Senator Ozumalon. Senator Ryan. Senator Robinson. Senator Sedgwick. Senator Washington. Senator White. Senator Crosby. Senator Gager. Senator Omar. Senator Robinson. Senator Tayeb.
Present.
Senator Ware. Senator Wergu. Justice Adenaga. Solicitor General Brown. Justice McNeil. Justice Gonzalez. Justice Johnson.
Thank you. Senator Brown. Thank you. All right, we'll now move to the approval of the minutes. This is school up on the drive. All right, now, are there any amendments to the agenda? Senator White.
I make a motion to add Senate Bill 1 to new business. It's in our package. Is that the act of the
It's in your business. I don't know why it's not in the paper, but you see, as you, if you look on the projector, it's on the screen.
that was wrong?
Thank you. All right. Okay, sorry about that, but it is on the screen. All right, we do not have any guest speakers today, so we'll move into public participation and student concerns. anyone from the college, doesn't look like there is any. So we'll now move to communications, advisor remarks.
Happy Tiger Tuesday. Can y'all hear me? With the phone? Yes, okay. So, I'll do some generic announcements first and then some thank you and congrats. So first, the De-Stress Fest. So the last program of the fall semester is Tuesday. Whatever next Tuesday is, the date, from 12 to 4 p.m. Most of that will be happening on the third floor of the union. There will be like spa day activities, coloring books. I think SGA is sponsoring a component of it. It's the last day of classes, so come relax, get a massage, hang out. Y'all deserve it because it's been a long semester. I had a meeting this morning with folks from OTS. You're going to get more detailed information about this from the Senate Executive Branch. There is an opportunity for SGA to be early adopters of the Microsoft 365 migration. If you want to talk more offline about that before that announcement comes out, I'm happy to chat with anyone who is interested. Just as a note, you all currently are on the G Suite platform. So y'all use Google. The university will eventually update all students to be a part of the Microsoft 365 ecosystem. The registration for Student Governance Summit. So remember, Towson University is hosting the Student Governance Summit with Baltimore College Town in February. So that's February 4th. It's a Saturday from 10 to 3. The registration is open. I will send you all a direct email with that information and would love for you all to sign up and be in attendance. And then my last two things are congratulations. So this is my first semester at Towson as the Director of Student Activities and specifically as your advisor of SGA. I think it's been a really good semester of learning and growing, not only for all of you, but for myself as well. And I want to say thank you and congratulations for a really good fall semester. I also want to say congratulations to all of the graduating seniors. So folks who are graduating this fall, you did it. You finished your college career, or at least your undergraduate career. If you're continuing on with school, you should be really proud. You are now part of a very small percentage of people who have completed a really, really large accomplishment of graduating from college. So congrats to those folks. And how are you?
Thank you. Open Research Committee. Government Operations Committee.
Hi, everyone. Happy last GA of the semester. I can't believe it's come this quick. We reviewed resolution number 16 and 17, and we made friendly amendments during the committee, and we voted both of them favorable.
Rules Committee.
Hey guys, so currently we're still doing the SJ bylaws, but next week will be our final, or I think our final rules committee meeting for the semester. So please attend and make sure that you know we're attending it because it's really important. And with that, I yield.
President Goldquist.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everybody. Happy last GA. I wish everyone good luck as we move into final exam season. And I also just want to thank all of you all for your hard work throughout the semester. Definitely had its ups and downs. Definitely has been, though, a remarkable semester. We've accomplished so much, and I'm just so proud of us and thankful for all your hard work. Bit of a long report, but I'll try to condense it today. As you know, I was out sick last week. I first just wanted to start, Senator White.
What a personal privilege, if I may.
Oh, great. First off, with President Shouts' announcement, as y'all know, she'll be leaving us in February, on February 1st. She'll be moving to the University of Louisville. And I know there was some confusion regarding Edna Primrose, who graduated from Towson, I think in 1984. She's a member of Delta Sigma Beta Sorority Incorporated. Excited to see her become the TU Foundation Board President, but she will not be the university president. The TU Foundation Board does a lot of philanthropic work and serves as an advisory board to the university president, but she won't be replacing President Shapson. That process will take a lot of months, easily a year. Next, we also have resignations within the SGA in the Departments of Community Outreach and Academic Affairs, both of those directors. So we definitely want to reach out to them and wish them well, and definitely really sticking around to stay involved. We were also able to schedule a meeting with alumni relations next week. That should be exciting. We hope to discuss potentially expanding fee waivers to Indigenous students and federally recognized tribes. That's something that we've been trying to work on. So we're going to bring that up next week. I also attended the University System of Maryland Student Council's meeting this past Sunday. The main topic of discussion was our USM student region interviews. I'm happy and proud to announce that we do have a candidate that submitted herself forward very ambitiously. And it's really exciting. So congratulations, Senator Olusanya. Let's all wish her good luck. For those who don't know, the Board of Regents, they kind of control and govern all 12 University System of Maryland schools. That includes Towson, Bowie State, Frostburg, UMD College Park, and a lot of other schools. So definitely send her prayers and good luck as she embarks on that journey. Today I was able to meet with Dean Chulos and Vice President Edwards to discuss collaborations for the spring semester and also push forward the criminal justice major initiative that we've been working on. That was a successful meeting, and again, the university is in support of the criminal justice major. We're just navigating the red tape with the USM and the Board of Regents with that. We also have scheduled a meeting with Vice President DeFilippis this Wednesday with Director Wilhelm to talk about the Mbakun Auditorium dedication for Professor Batts. We'll keep you guys updated on that meeting as well. And lastly, we have the campus hunger-free campus task force that I serve on. We met last week. A lot of exciting updates as we work to remove food insecurity on our campus, namely the basic needs hub, which is something that we actually campaigned on. So I'm excited to see that coming to fruition. Basically, any student need, that needs to be addressed, students can go to the basic needs hub and have them meet that there. Also, we'll be reinstating the meal swipe donation program in the spring semester. So if you have extra meals at the end of the week, you can donate that, and other students that need meals can tap into that program. And lastly, to announce our member of the week, this person has done so much hard work for SGA over the past two administrations, sort of an unseen role, but really a backbone and strong source of support to the executive board over the last 2 years. Invaluable support, I mean invaluable. Last minute requests, working in the late night hours. So sadly, also, this is their last week with us. But I just want to say congratulations and thank you so much, Director Clark. Let's all wish her and Senator Wardu success in their future endeavors, as they will be graduating in the fall. Yeah, in the coming weeks, and this is their last General Assembly with us. So we just want to wish them good luck. Are there any questions? I know there was a. Okay, thank you. That I use.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. I first want to thank all the senators who showed up to last week's budget allocation meeting on Wednesday. We got a lot done. It took some time, but we did get through some. We will be having a second round of budget allocation meetings tomorrow in the same room, University Union 257. Same time, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Please come out and hopefully we can have quorum so that we can get these budgets approved or denied. And yeah, there will be food, and yeah, pre-meeting will be a special session for budget allocation. So let's try and get them done tomorrow so that Thursday we can just go through the safety walk. And with that, I yield. Any questions? Yeah.
Congratulations, guys, to make it for last General Assembly. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we have grant review committee at 5 p.m. This will be our last grant review committee. And during retreat, we're just gonna go over like stuff like absent request forms and like what is like excuse and what's not excuse. With that being said, I yield. Thank you.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. So just a couple of announcements. So pre-meeting dates for the spring 2023 are available. So if you all would like to host a pre-meeting, please email me. I would suggest kind of waiting until after retreat because during retreat, we're also gonna go over like how to plan and like execute a really good pre-meeting. For finals, the 14th through the 20th, we will have 5 hours in the office, so no like extra chatter. I know like a lot of us like to talk and watch movies and stuff like that in the office sometimes during our downtime, but we won't be doing that during finals, so it doesn't have to be like super quiet. And SG is not like a study space, but like it just needs to be quiet just in case someone wants to use it to study. For the retreat planning committee on Friday at 2 p.m., we will be going over any activities. So if you missed the last retreat planning committee, so this Friday we'll be going over what we'll be doing as far as like activities and fun stuff. After the holidays, I'll be meeting with all the departments, so I won't be bothering you all like between like finals and stuff like that during the holidays. But right after the holidays, please expect an extensive email from me if you're in the cabinet. It will just be like going over training and our goals for the spring semester. Tuesday is also the last day of office hours and pay, and the weekly reports meets are due at Tuesday next week at 5 p.m. The safety walk is this Thursday at 6 p.m. Right, 6 p.m. And we'll be starting that in front of the union. Yes, and then we'll also just announcing, as we announce some resignations, there's 4 director applications for the spring 2023, marketing, higher education, academic affairs, and community outreach. There's a priority deadline of next Tuesday, so if you get your application in before next Tuesday, me and President Colfer will be reviewing it, and hopefully hiring before January. And yes, we did have flowers and a card for the fall graduates, but congratulations to Director Sark and Senator Ward on graduating the semester. And they're not here today, but I do wish them well. And the executive board really appreciated their hard work all semester. But congratulations to them. And with that,
Department of Academic Affairs.
Hello, everyone. So yeah, you heard that right. Less than an hour ago, I resigned. And I didn't expect to talk about it, so I'm kind of shaking. Next semester, I will be full-time teaching. My internship is about an hour away, and I cannot do 10 hours of in-person with that schedule. It wouldn't go well. I know that my students would suffer and SGA would suffer, so I officially resigned. I do hope on still being involved, getting the transition to go as smoothly as possible. You're not going to find anyone more passionate about education than me, so I want to help however I can. I won't have the title. So thank you all for working with me, hearing me ramble on and on about education, which is kind of boring, and I get it. But I'm very grateful to have the opportunity. So President Colquitt and I will be meeting with Brian to talk about the Van Bocklin decision. Last week I discussed how that decision does not reflect the university's mission statement, which is about fostering a positive environment and welcoming diversity on campus. I know I kind of ranted about that. And I've had so many student concerns since then, so many organizations reaching out to me of, how can this decision happen? Like, what can we do to stop it? So hopefully the meeting tomorrow will do justice. President Colquitt and I promise to represent the student body and represent SGA as best we can. However, if for some reason it's unsuccessful and the dedication is still happening, it is scheduled to be this Friday, December 9th at 10 a.m. at Van Bocklin, which is right behind Stevens Hall. A demonstration is being planned, like to protest it. I don't know exactly which organization is planning it. It's not SGA, but I encourage you to attend this Friday, 10 a.m. Be there, be loud, and shut it down. And for the last time, I yield.
That's the really good.
Point of personal privilege.
Hi guys, only one announcement. CAB is officially moving out of the CAB office. You
that little big office they have in their building will be the SJ office. They're right next to the Senate Justice office. So with that being said, they are giving us a couch and 2 stools. So if anyone here is willing to help move that couch and 2 stools, that'd be greatly appreciated this Thursday. Put the work with that. Any questions? All right, with that, I yield.
Department of City Committee.
It's like, I'm back. You thought you heard the last one. So Jade's not here today because he's at the event. So he wrote, "Good afternoon, everyone. I apologize for not making it to GA today. I'm currently participating in the post-election discussion with the Civic Engagement and Social Responsibility Office in Ballroom A. If you all get out of GA by 6:30, please feel free to come on down. This week is certainly very busy in terms of events. Tomorrow from 4 to 6 p.m. in Union Ballroom A, the Civic Engagement Office is hosting a sustainable holiday crafts event. Free hot cocoa and snacks will be provided. Thursday, we have the archives tour from 4 to 5 p.m. And again, I'd like to see as many people participate as possible. We will meet in the SGA office at 3:50 to get everyone together before heading out. The safety walk is also on Thursday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. and I encourage everyone to participate. Friday, we have a collaborative event with the student environmental organization, the Zero Waste Winter Wonderland, in Union Ballroom E from 6 to 9 p.m., where we'll be watching a cute winter-themed movie while doing some festive activities. Please, if there are any questions, don't hesitate to ask me in person or via text. Have a wonderful GA. And with that, he yields.
Department of Communications.
Hi, y'all. Happy Tiger Tuesday. I wanted to thank the exec board. Shout out on the exec member, went really well, and I'm going to be sending out a survey to those who participated. So again, thank you to the exec. And I just hope everyone has a great final week. And if you need any support, like just don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you. Bye. Okay, last thing, I'm sorry. Thursday, Selena and I do guest that member, and if you want to participate, you know, just to make it easier, please send pictures to one of us. That way we don't have to scramble last minute to figure out who wants to, you know, do that, and just send 3 facts. Thank you. Now I really do you.
Department of Community Outreach.
Hi, everyone. Sorry. Not much to report tonight. The movable fields volunteering was canceled because they don't have weekend hours, only weekdays, and finals are coming up, so we can do that. I'm trying to have a table to make holiday cards for hospitalized children next week. I'm still working on that. I'll give you an update on that in a couple of days. Also, for the people that don't have their service hours for this semester yet, or you're not sure if you have them, please contact me so we can work something out. Any questions? That I yield.
Department of Diversity and Inclusion.
Hi, everyone. Hope you all have a good Tuesday. The only announcement I have is that tomorrow Stacey's having an event called Sister Circle. So it's basically for a lot of women, basically talking about like relationships and boundaries. So definitely recommend going there if you would like. It's going to be here in the Union in room 325. It'll be from 5:30 to 6:30. And also, I just want to wish everyone good luck on finals. Don't be too stressed, and make sure you prioritize yourself as well. And it's been great getting to meet everyone and have a good semester with everyone. So I hope you all have a good holiday break. Does anyone have any questions for me? And with that, I yield.
For the personal privilege.
Go ahead. Department of Health and Wellness.
Hey y'all, so right now we're finalizing planning for the de-stress event that's next Tuesday. And we're gonna be in this room.
And we're gonna be doing the canvases and tote bags and coloring on like coloring pages and such, so please come over and go to other stations on this floor, because that's gonna be really fun. Tomorrow I have a lunch with Diamond Hamlin, and we're just gonna talk about general, we're gonna be talking about general updates and like the health center and, plans for It's On Us next semester. And I scheduled a meeting, a pre-meeting for the spring where we're gonna do Title IX training. And that's gonna be done by Anthony Davis. And lastly, I'm helping YDSA and Women in Philosophy with giving out free menstrual products. I also talked to Director Carr about having more organizations and clubs join in if they want. So if you're a part of a club or an organization that would be interested in providing menstrual products or interested in future donation drives and such, then just get in contact with me and we can set that up. Any questions? Yes.
What time was the de-stress event for next Tuesday?
I'm pretty sure it's 12 to 4, 12 to 5. 4? It is 4, 12 to 4. Any more questions? Okay, with that, I yield.
Department of Higher Education.
Good evening, everyone. This Friday for Exit, we're going to be hosting a Christmas party for the our sophomores there. So if you would like to be an Exit mentor this week, please let me know so we can, plan carpooling and all that. Also, we also had a parade service event this morning with the Child Care Center. It was so cute. We read a book called The Giving Snowman to Them, and then we did a melting snowman activity with them. And we did so good that their director wants us to come back tomorrow at 4. So if anyone is available, you're available at 4, please let me know. I'm gonna drop a sign up genius in the group chat. And any questions?
I'm sorry, did y'all have carpooling or? Okay, cool.
Good idea.
Legislative affairs. Special projects.
Hey y'all, happy Tech Tuesday. Just one announcement, there is a table tour in the union. It's gonna be from 12 to 3. It's a G outreach. Please, it's a good opportunity for office hours if anyone wants to show up. Any questions?
Good evening, everyone. Happy Titan Tuesday. Our only reports are that, like Chief of Staff Woody mentioned, Director Clark will be leaving us. So allocations are open for that. If you know anyone that's good on the digital marketing side, the flyers and stuff like that, reach out to myself or our Chief of Staff Woody for that. Also, the last day to submit marketing requests is December 13th. I believe that's next Tuesday for the semester. And correction on member of the week, we will need those by tonight because it's supposed to be up tomorrow. Oh, yes, that one. Any questions? Yeah.
Let's do the organizations. Department of Youth and Development.
Okay, I'm my friend, so I just want to thank you all, right? I'm not waiting. Okay, sorry. But anyways, I want to thank you all for a great semester for our department. This is Jordan and I's first year being SG. So we really appreciate the support. We ended freshman council with 16. We ended transfer council with 9 with hope of getting more. So thank you all so much for a great semester. That's all.
Housing University Northeast Representative. Maryland Higher Education Council Representative. Athletic Affairs Representative.
Hi, everybody. Hope you're having a great day today. I just have the same announcement that, Friday night for gymnastics and women's basketball is coming up. And I have a meeting regarding that today and tomorrow, so I'll be able to get more solid details by the end of the week. So I know that one person so far is interested in being involved, so just, let me know if you are. And do I have any questions? Okay, good luck on your finals, and with that, I yield.
Disability representative. Youth Life representative.
I don't really have a report, but I do want to thank everyone for kind of like welcoming me in. I came kind of late in the semester, and I felt really probably very, very fast. So that's all I have. Thank you.
University Residence Government representative. First generation low income representative.
Hello, everybody. Once again, I just want to also thank you guys for your support. This is my first time being with this position, being as new, and you guys helped me all so much. Thank you with that. And also tomorrow I have a meeting with CSD on a FAFSA recap, because we also want to try to continue it next semester, because if FAFSA is due March 1st, there's always issues with people doing it late. Also, I just plan on just doing more research and hoping to push more resources out to everyone on campus, not just for generational income, because there's a lot of resources here to help students. Yeah, any questions? Okay.
Hi, everyone. Just one update. Our first official newsletter went out this past week for the month of November. And I'm going to be sharing that with all of you guys so you can learn a little bit more about what sport clubs do, where we travel, and a lot of those things with that idea.
Good evening, happy Tiger Tuesday. We introduced a new member to the council, and we also have 2 interviews lined up for next semester. And we also have our stress decompressor tailoring event next Tuesday from 11 to 1 on the 2nd floor. So I hope you guys can make it. Any questions, concerns? With that idea.
Freshman council representative.
Hi, everyone. So today we had some members do the service event today, and we really enjoyed that. So thank you for that. And we're also just working through our evaluations. Thank you guys for a great semester. It's been really nice getting to HGA this semester. And I hope everybody has a great holiday break.
Office of the Solicitor General.
Happy Tiger Tuesday, everyone. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so as you guys know, I've been playing the Know Your Rights campaign. I emailed some directors, so please get back to me before the semester ends, just so I can have a clear mind going into next semester, because it will be happening next semester. And also just a reminder, the executive board accountability request is also up on band. And I just want to thank everybody for such a great semester. And any questions? Okay, I yield.
Dr. Silva. Yeah. Hey guys, hope you are doing well. Happy last year semester. So we did have a resignation from the Senate. So we were going to be hiring, I believe 2 more senators for next semester. Also, I have an initiative that I'll be implementing this semester. Well, it'll start this semester, but we're going to drag it into next semester as well with Assistant Director Binkley. It's called Senator's Corner. So it's geared towards increasing accessibility and communication from the senators to the public. So all the legislation that I give you all isn't necessarily bills, but the public still needs to see the work that you all do. So after you meet with someone, or you write an email, or you plan an event, or whatever you do, going forth with your initiative or whatever legislation I give you, then you will send that back to me, and then it'll be posted on the Instagram. Just to show the work that you all are doing, just in case it doesn't result in legislation. So that's but it's something that will start this semester. Senator Crosby and Senator Brown will be the first teachers, this semester. And then next semester, when, more legislation and more ideas and stuff happens, the rest of you will be featured as well. You have any questions about that? Okay, great. Also, you all know today's the last GA, so just thinking we had Rocky at the start, but it's gotten way better, to where we're at now. So I appreciate you all, hanging in there. And next semester, we won't have to worry because we got all of the hardships of the way now. So that's good. Also, as Treasurer Correa mentioned, tomorrow is budget allocation for senators. If you all come, there's quorum. You mentioned there will be food, but if you come, and if there's quorum, you won't have to go to special session on Thursday. So if you come 5 to 8, get everything done, we vote on everything, smooth sailing. Special session is cool. We don't have to do nothing on Thursday, but go through the safety walk, which is optional. But if you don't come, then you have to be special session on Thursday, and the safety walk, and everything else. So please just come tomorrow, get it all done, so we can have quorum, and we don't have to worry. Is there any questions? Just reiterate, Grant, just reiterate, if you all come tomorrow, no special session on Thursday, so just come tomorrow. All right, thank you. Are there any opinions of the board? There are none. Great.
No, I'm sorry. Wait.
Please use the microphone.
I'm just ready to move on to the legislative part, make the motion. That's all I'm ready to do.
Okay, what about you?
Are there any motions on the floor? Senator White?
Yeah.
I make a motion to review resolution 16. Okay, is there a second? Senator Hammond? Okay, with that, we're now moving to a vote on reviewing resolution number 16. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? With that, we now begin reviewing resolution number 16. Senator White? Resolution 16 is a good bill. I think no one here probably is looking forward to voting no or rolling into debate, so I'm just gonna move to call the question on resolution 16. Okay, does anyone second the call to question? Senator Taya?
I second.
You're the one to move into a vote on the call to question. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? With that, we're gonna move into a vote on the bill resolution number 16 as a whole. All those in favor? Hands up, please. Opposed? Abstaining? The resolution number 16 has passed. Are there any other questions on the floor? Senator White? Make a motion to review resolution 17. Okay, does anyone second? Senator Bell?
I second.
Okay, without now moving to a vote on reviewing resolution number 17. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? Without we now begin to review resolution number 17. I think this is written by Senator McGuire, so would you like to come up here and present your bill?
Yeah, can you pull the PowerPoint?
Yeah.
You know? The 1001, I don't know which one you wanted to use, I'm sorry. I can, let me reshare it, give me 1 second. I sent it to the Towson SGA one, I didn't know what one you wanted to use. No, Towson SGA email one. I
got
It
it.
is my personal, please.
All right, yeah.
Edouard, 18.
Refresh. You're ready.
Solicitor General Brown. Granted,
Hey guys, so there was a lot of discussion last week, so I decided to make a quick PowerPoint just to kind of discuss like my overall opinions on this and all the statistics and stuff like that. So if we want to go to the next slide. So currently we have over 5,000 students that live in our residence halls with 85% of them being freshmen. We also have 400 student employees in house and further life. All these facts we've taken from the Towson page. Next page, please. So this is a lot of words. Basically, this is the policy in bold. It's what we're focusing on right now, that residents may only have no more than 3 guests registered at one time. There's also some rules about overnight guests, but I'm really not going to be going into that because I really don't remember too much about those rules. I never had one. Anyways, so basically what my goal is that I want to make sure that we are giving the options of allowing more students to hang out with one another and be able to relax, socialize, chill, whatever. If we go to the next slide, there is some the liquor write-ups, all of the statistics from the past 5 years, taken from the clergy report from the Towson Police. I wish they were here to kind of talk on about it, but it's fine. But yeah, it seems that the trends have kind of go down for 2020 and 2021, going up. We don't have a report yet for 2022. And if we go to the next slide, it's not a lot, but this is all the crimes that have been committed in student residence halls, which is pretty much like kind of been consistent numbers throughout the years. It's all public, but overall, it's not a concern because less, it's like if you factor in 5,000 students, it still is only like about 0.0 something percent. But all in all, if you want to go to the next slide, why I want to roll back. So the dorms are really just a key part of everyone's college life. You know, for college freshmen, it's one of the easiest ways to make friends on campus. And probably like my first 2 friends that I still live with today are from my college dorm. I lived in a triple, remind you, in the school of 5 people were in the effect in the towers, which was it was awesome. I enjoyed it. And like for me, like the more friends you have, the more likely you're gonna get invited on campus events and stuff like we do around campus clubs, sports clubs, whatever. And therefore, like increasing the redundancy we guess we can solve the issue of just low campus participation, depression, and mental health concerns. But that's pretty much it for my PowerPoint. I just wanted to add some interesting facts. Yeah, does anyone have any questions or statements?
Senator, excuse me, Governor Operations Draft Working.
I'm so sorry. So if we raise it up to 5, I know you said, so like, would you want to raise it up to 5 as well for overnight stay?
Yeah,
Okay, so everything raised to 5.
yeah. that's
Okay.
fine. I mean, I don't know how much the CAs really know about like I know they know the rule, but like I would love to hear about their input about the overnight stay rule. I really don't know.
Treasurer Correa.
Hi, so I am a CPA as well. This is my 3rd year being a CPA here on campus, and I was a freshman when the rule was 5 guests on campus. So when we sign in a guest in the system, you're automatically signed in for those 24 hours. After those 24 hours, if you signed in 3 people at a time, and it expires, like 1 person expires, you can sign in another person. However, I do know that each room does have a capacity for fire hazard reasons. I know when it was 5, 2 roommates could not have all 5 of their guests together in a room just for the fire hazard safety. So just keep that in consideration.
Would just like to add, keep in mind, you still have to sign them in, use the common rooms as well, which is also key for part of, you know, the residency we have at Towson.
Senator Brown.
So like Treasurer Correa said, I think it might limit, the amount of guests that your roommates might be able to have. So, for example, if you're living in the towers in each of the, I don't know what's called, connected rooms, each one had like 3 guests and everybody has their, or once have their 5 guests, that would be like 30 people in a room. So if you want to have 5 guests, you would limit who can have guests and that wouldn't be very fair.
I guess what you're trying to say is that if we have like other people sign in, like you could still like go past the limit or something like that.
Oh, by the way, guys, let's make sure we're using one mic for both these that are required. You don't have to pass on the mic just there. Each of you. Thank you.
So what I'm saying is basically like if somebody were to have 5 guests and then another person were to have 5 guests, now you're kind of like putting somebody else in your room at a disadvantage because you decided to have more guests. Now they can't have each their own.
It's not by per room, it's by per person. So by per resident, you can only sign in 3 people. So like if you say like you had a group project, if you had like 7 or 8 people that need to work in the common room, you would have to go ask a friend to go sign them in right now, which is kind of like, you know, it could be annoying because what if they weren't there or something like that.
Director Wilhelm?
Hi, I appreciate the graphs. I know I don't really have a say. I would just like the senators, like, I appreciate the down of like liquor write-ups and all, 2020, 2021. I would just like you to keep in mind, we weren't here because of COVID. So in-person write-ups are gonna happen. And then the stalking and that one also had a low in 2020 and 2021. Again, we weren't here. So I would just like you to keep that in mind, that the data might be slightly skewed because we weren't at full capacity like we are now because we were virtual because of COVID-19. Thank you.
Yes, and
Senator Crosby?
sorry.
No.
If you go to the next slide for the statistics. Just looking at it, everything kind of goes down in 2020. I get you're saying you want to go back to 2019, but do we really have a need to go back if things look like they got better in 2020?
I wouldn't say it necessarily got better. I would say that since really no one was living in the dorms in 2020, the rare cases of the numbers being in the March, February time. However, I don't have that data. I just know the full year. So like really all the numbers were down because of probably no one was on the campus.
Director Pinckney?
Can you go to the next slide? Can you go to the next slide? Okay, so it says here, okay. It says that, to solve this will solve the issue of low campus club participation, depression, and mental health concerns. Is that like an inference from you, or is there like a statistical?
That's just my opinion.
That's just your opinion. Okay, all right, that's fine.
Director Cunningham? That's all right.
Okay. My question was, so like, you know how Marshall is different, Marshall and, I don't know what the name is called, but Barnes, yeah. And they have different rooms, and Myra, you were saying that because for like safety reasons or fire hazard reasons, 5 people can't spend the night, but is it different for like dorms like Marshall?
So the bigger the space, the less the fire hazard, you know, so like my freshman year, I lived in Newell. So I couldn't really fit that many people in there, so it was very limited.
And that's all.
Senator Ife, I believe you had your hand up, correct? Don't pass your mic.
It's just for information, so are we asking questions or we're just like speaking on the bill?
Everything, because we just, under unfinished business.
Okay, am I able to make a motion after the questions?
Yes,
Okay,
you can move motion whenever you like.
okay, I just want to make a motion, like, if we can have like I don't know if a lot of people are able to do this, but have like a more, I don't know the term for that, but not civilized, but, a structured like debate about this, like these like 3 speakers, like
20 seconds or something, so it's not just like question and then just like going back and forth. I don't know if that's, we do that.
I don't think so. You have to articulate your motion a little more clear. Elijah Harris, is there a way to kind of concisely articulate that point?
Point of information.
Elijah Harris last week.
So the general answer is yes. It is not culturally how this thing does it, but you can motion to have, a debate. And you can, whoever's making the motion can specifically say what the speaking time is and what the overall time is. So if you want to motion for, debate with 30 seconds speaking, or sorry, like a 2-minute debate with 30 second speaking times, then each person who speaks has 30 seconds. When you hit your 30 seconds, your time is over, and you do that for 2 minutes, if that's what the suggestion is. So technically, yes, but that's not how y'all took it.
Would you like to continue your motion?
Yes, I just want to, I'm glad that, there is clear what else.
Point of information. Someone has to second the motion.
Point of information.
What did you do in the motion?
Once I move the motion.
Issue.
Did it?
Okay, motion to have like a 2-minute, sorry, 2-minute, structured debate, is 4 speakers, 30 seconds time.
Did no one second? Senator Dobbins. You without enough to go on the motion to debate.
Point of information, not rule one, right?
Vice President Edwards.
Now that we're like in the discussion point of the vote that they made, I would say, I don't think that we should limit like the discussion for this, because like there was a lot of hand raised, so it seems like everybody like is interested and has like something to say. I don't think it would be beneficial to like cut it like that.
Senator White.
Point of information through the chair to the senator. Why would the senator want to limit the debate? That is my question. She can choose not to answer under that point of information, but I'm asking that question through the chair to the senator.
Senator, you want to answer that question?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, I guess so it's more structured. I know the questions were just like going back and forth. I just wanted to like, limit the time just to back and forth and just like structured. Why I would support less this bill, why I don't, maybe it was room for questions to. Maybe more structured. Maybe like these 1 or 2 minutes of maybe like these more structured question response.
Proceed.
More structured time to really speak about the bill rather than to go back and forth with answering the questions. So rather to, I guess, say whether or not I like the bill, questions and yielding those.
So there's a motion on the floor, can we vote on
Yeah, we're discussing it, and then we want to vote. So
it? There's a motion,
We have to vote on the motion, then discuss, then vote.
if there's a motion, don't vote on the discussion on this.
and Senator Yvette.
I actually changed the 5 minutes. No.
I have to make your motion.
Okay, I remove my,
You restate your motion.
10 speakers and max, and then 5 minutes.
Did anyone second each?
Oh,
Did anyone second our motion?
point of order. Doesn't the senator have to reflect the floor before you make the motion?
You have a mic, ask my mic.
Does the senator have to request the floor before she makes the motion?
No.
Did she request the floor?
She raised her hand and I acknowledged the motion. Thank you. Senator Zong. You second the motion? They don't second the motion? But the motion dies? Okay. So continuing the discussion that we're having previously. Senator, Justice Adenauer.
So I just want like a clarification, a lot of things just went back and forth over there. So now we are discussing
Just a resolution back again, at 4:50.
So you made a motion, you made a motion after that, and then there's, you made another motion to change it. Now it's, we're not saying this, so now we're back to where we were before discussing the rest of the resolution.
Okay, so now we're coming back to that. That's all I want.
Vice President Williams. Okay. Senator White.
So I had 3 questions. All that I was gonna ask, and I was gonna make sure I asked them, but first off, just to be clear, you were changing the amount of a person to be able to bring guests in from 3 to 5. So each person can bring 5 people, no matter what, right? And there's no limits on that, right?
Yes, just changing the 3 to a 5.
But my second question is about the bill and wording. Can you explain your third whereas? Because it kind of confused me yesterday and it's kind of confused me now. And my colleague next to me also.
So the structure of the bill, is in timeline form. So it's gonna be, the second whereas is gonna be fall 2019 policy. The third whereas is the current policy, it's fall 2022. And then it also includes the weekend family weekend, which was a temporary increase into the policy.
So where is that exactly? That's my third question.
It says, however, during family weekend 2022, the guest sign-in limit for the residential students will be temporarily increased from 3 guests to 5 guests.
I'm yielding to, Senator Robertson.
I think what Senator White was trying to bring up was the redundancy in that third whereas where it says guest sign-in limit for residential students will be, and then it says the guest sign-in limit for residential students will be again. So that, I think that's what he was bringing up. But I wanted to point out, I'm an RA in Marshall. And logistically, it's already a lot trying to manage 4 people who have the ability to bring 3 guests already into one apartment as an RA. And that might pose greater problems if you increase that limit from 3 to 5. As far as like noise complaints, amount of policy violations that will potentially be broken. And trying to just manage the flow of traffic, especially into dorms like Marshall or Barnes. So I think that generally there should be some parameters set around what that would look like. What are some limitations? What are some rules? What are some cutoff times? Because right now that might not, logistically look the best.
Yield to Sarah White, if you want to just quickly answer that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, personally, it was already the same in fall 2019. So technically, Marshall and Barnes were actually all the residents were at full capacity during 2019. I know it could be a lot for RAs and CAs, but I just want to make sure we leave from these post-COVID policies and then go back to where we used to be, especially with, with dining halls, residents, guests, and just all these other things that we're working on as SGA. So just go ahead.
I just have a quick recommendation for the third whereas, just to remove on the third line will be the guest sign-in limit for residential students will be, just take that out and replace that with was. So it'll be, however, during family weekend 2022, the guest sign-in limit for residential students was temporarily increased from 3 guests to 5 guests. That's just a recommendation I decided to. Is that?
Senator wants to like to make a motion to amend those things. Senator McGuire.
I accept, I motioned that, to change the wording of the second, line in the third whereas to be, however, during family weekend, the guest sign limit for resolution was temporarily increased from 3 guests to 5 guests.
Okay, is it the zone, Senator Zamalo?
The guest sponsor should not be making recommendations or motion. Another sentence.
Senator Zamalo, will you want to make the motion to amend the piece of legislation? Okay. Senator White,
I will make the motion, but I'm almost certain that we can do that under friendly amendments, I think, to the bill writer, if the bill writer accepts that. So I make that as a friendly amendment to change it to add was and to remove. Will be the guest sign-in limits for resident students will be temporarily. Yeah. Okay.
Senator White, do you accept the amendment?
I do.
Okay. Moving forward.
Oh, wait, it was what?
So it was.
Senator Zamalo?
Call the question.
Is anyone second? Senator White?
A second.
Okay, without gonna move into a vote on the call to question, all those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? With that, the call to question has passed, and without gonna move into a vote on resolution number 17 as a whole, all those in favor? Opposed? Hands up still, please. Okay, we're gonna repeat. For people that were in favor of it, can you guys please put your hand up again, please? Thank you. Opposed? Abstaining? That the bill was denied. Thank you, Senator McGuire, for your work. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, just briefly, thank you again, Senator McGuire. I think that was an excellently written bill. I also just want to point out. First, when you call a question, that's just not like a thing that you do when you don't want to talk about something any longer. GA is from 5 to 7 to 6 o'clock. We're here to do the business of discussing legislation, so we shouldn't always just rush to call a question. Especially, you have to consider the impact of a no vote. Your name is now on the record in minutes voting no on all this legislation that we call the question. That many SG members still have their hand raised to discuss and debate. And now you're on record as being against supporting extending this effort. I don't have a personal opinion on it. I just want to make that clear. When you call a question, you end debate, you end any discussion that any SG member can't speak their mind to inform the Senate on how the student body perceives certain legislation. And your vote is cast as a no vote that can be reported and seen by students. And those students are likely to hold us accountable to everything we do. So I would just say being more mindful of how we vote on things.
Thank you, President Colquitt. Is there any motion on the floor? Senator White.
Before I make mine, we're in new business. Correct. So I'm going to make a motion to, I think, review Senate Bill number 1. I think that is next.
You're correct.
Before.
No, not review, to inquire.
To inquire, to inquire Senate Bill number 1.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, does anyone second? Senator Robinson. Okay, without moving to a vote on a motion, moving to inquire on Senate Bill number 1. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? With that, we now begin to inquire on most, Senate Bill number 1. Senator Robinson, I believe this is your legislation, so if you go up on and present it, please, I appreciate it. Yep.
Can I make a motion to suspend Senate laws and discuss and vote on Senate Bill number 1?
Unfortunately, no, because, yeah, unfortunately, no, it's a new business. So, yeah, come to the front and please, answer any questions the senator may have. Thank you.
Okay, here we go. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Happy Tiger Tuesday. This is the second half of resolution bill that I made before that's supposed to be a Senate bill, and this is the proper Senate bill and how it's supposed to be done. As you can see, I'm editing section 12, and this is a new section. Every federal line is new, and this is section L, element, yeah, I. It might be L or I can't tell. Is I?
L.
L,
Yeah.
section L. So this would be an entirely new section. And this would be the SGA Military Veteran Affairs and everything that, all the rules they have to follow and everything they have to inquire on, everything that has to do with them. And what will they do as an SGA representative? If you need me to talk about the resolution and why I believe it's here, please ask me. I would love to hear the question.
Okay, thank you, Senator Robinson. Given that, does anyone have any questions regarding Senate Bill number 1? Chief Justice Camille. No, pass on, Mike.
Yeah, I have a point of information, so I just wanted to make sure, or just to ask you if you knew what you needed to do to kind of get this through. So Article 11 says 2/3 majority vote by the student senate, then administrative review by associate vice president for student affairs, campus life, vice president of student affairs, and or an SCA staff advisor, and an approval by at least 1,000 full-time degrees that can be paying undergraduate students. I just want to ask you if you knew that.
I didn't know everything to that knowledge, but I did know that we have to vote on it. I don't know their exact title, but the people above us have to vote on it, and then it would go to the vote next voting period. I don't know what that's called either, but the next time we vote on stuff, we're going to be voting on that next voting. Okay, thank you. But I would like to meet with you sometime and go over that, because it is something I need to know. Okay.
Senator White.
Right.
Go pass it, Mike.
And point of information to the chair, just making sure I fully understand the process as well. This bill also has to go through GovOps committee and rules committee, correct?
Yes, correct. Senator Brown. Ready? Deputy Chief Adenuga.
Another point of information, this section can be added by the rules committee, and the rules committee chair, or by the rules committee into the constitution, because either way, before any changes made to the constitution on the rules committee, still needs to be voted on by the Senate, and then they also needs to go through that administration review, and then also need 1,000 student signatures to pass. Undergrad students to pass. So this will be given to the rules committee chair and be added into the rules committee, and hopefully pass at the end of the year.
Right. Vice President Edwards.
So just to clarify, this Senate bill will go through Government Operations Committee on next Monday, because we don't have the budget. It's going to go through GovOps next Monday for its review. Then, once it's passed, if you all decide to pass it, in order to enact it, like Justice President said, it will then go to the committee then. But on next Monday, it won't go through rules and GovOps before it comes back to the board. Does everybody understand?
Thank you, just Chief Justice, not Chief Justice, Deputy Chief Adenuga and Vice President Edwards for clarifying the process of how that will work. Are there any other questions for Senator Robinson? Hearing none, you can have a seat. Thank you. Senator White.
Point of information before I make a motion. No, I'm gonna make a motion. I'm gonna move to suspend Senate rules and review resolution 18. I do believe Senator Elias I do really believe Elias is here. I think we have the power to do it.
Yeah, so since it's a confirmation bill, it can go through because it's, it can be voted on because it's, confirmation bill, it's not in confidence or the business, it's just to put it, not to be on the agenda.
So, yeah, I make that motion to suspend Senate rules and review resolution 18. And when I make that motion, I also call a point of information to the chair. I know the Constitution, as we read on Thursday, was a little wacky when we suspend Senate rules. Are you vacating the chair for this, or we're not doing?
Thank you. Anyone second the motion? Senator Rhines? Okay, with that, I'm moving to a vote on reviewing resolution number 18. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? With that, the motion has passed, and we begin to review resolution number 18. Elias, if you could come up to the front and please explain why that could be an SJ, please, I appreciate it. Give a round of applause. You back. Good. Yeah, go back a little bit. Perfect.
Good afternoon, everybody. So, in regards to the question as to why I would like to be a part of the SGA, to be honest, I see how all of y'all conduct yourselves. And if there's one thing I think we can all agree on is that there's a shared sense of pride, knowing that you have the power as a senator, as a director, even as a vice president, to bring change to this campus and the student body. And, I'd really like to take a part of that. I also think that, as a North African and as a Muslim man, I would also diversify the changes that we make. And I believe, as an opinionated person, to an extent, I do have an open mind. I think I would make great contributions in discussions like the one that I saw today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, does anyone have any questions for Elias? Senator Sedgwick?
Good afternoon. So I have two questions, both that I ask every senator or anybody that's can put it in. First one is, what initiatives or issues do you think you can help bring to the SGA? Like, what's your initiatives and what issues can you help with?
Thank you so much. So, my first initiative, and to be honest, my main one is to kind of create a more inclusive environment for my fellow Muslim students on campus. We are required as Muslims to pray 5 times a day. And while we do have a prayer room designated to worship, I think it would also, be better for us to designate a room for us to pray specifically Muslims 5 times a day. Additionally, I was here last year. I'm a sophomore currently. I think it would be really helpful if we did extend those dining hall hours to 2 more hours, in March and April, specifically for us to celebrate the month of Ramadan, because we do eat only after sunset. And, I had no place to eat as a Muslim. A couple of my fellow Muslim students did express that concern. So I feel like I could change that, or I could work towards that change as a senator.
Okay, I like that. My second question was, what qualifications do you feel you have to be a senator?
That's an excellent question. Now, you see, I've been a part of SGA in high school before. In addition to that, I was part of the Minority Scholars Program. I'm also currently, in the board of directors for the Algerian American Association of Greater Washington. So yeah, I believe that those experiences in that position that I currently hold, makes me a powerful candidate for this position.
Any other questions? Hearing none. Senator White, excuse me. My favorite guy.
Yield to Senator Robertson. Hey, I just want to say, talk your talk, Chief. Talk your talk.
I'll go back to one.
I call the question.
Okay, resolution. Okay, is anyone second? Senator Tayyip. Okay, with that, we're now moving to a vote on the part of question. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? That required a question. Elias, if you could please step outside for a brief moment while we vote on your confirmation. Yeah. Welcome to SGLI. Hope you feel the warm welcome. We really do appreciate you, your efforts and everything. We can see what you're gonna do in the future. Yeah. So with that, are there any motions on the floor? Senator White.
Is point of information, as a member, listed on resolution 20 here. Yes, okay, then I'm making a motion to suspend Senate rules and review resolution 20.
Okay, is anyone second? Senator Sedgwick? Okay, with that, I'm moving to a vote on review resolution number 20. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstaining? That the motion has passed. Dami, could you please come up front and please speak on why not to be an SGA? I'll give her a big round of applause. Dami. Oh, go ahead.
I want to be an SGA because of, I want to advocate for my peers and again, leadership skills, like advocate for like what's going on in classroom, what's wrong with the professors. Yeah, and that's it.
Okay, thank you. Anyone have any questions for Dami? Senator Sedgwick? Just want to pass my mic, not Rose.
Okay, I only have one question. I won't ask you about initiatives, but what qualifications do you feel like you have to be assistant director?
Well, I was an SGA in high school also, so I know what it's like being SGA. I know what it's like being SGA. Yeah, and I guess that's it.
Anyone have any more questions for Dami? Hearing none, Dami, could you please step outside for a brief moment while we decide, while we go into confirmation? Thank you. Run away. Oh. Are there announcements? Treasurer Correa?
Senators, just a reminder, tomorrow, 5 to 8 in University Union, 257. From 5 to 8, once again, there will be food. Budget allocation meeting, if we get through all of them, there will be no special session and no pre-meeting on Thursday. Also, just to reiterate what Chief of Staff Moody mentioned, December 13th is the last day for SGA work and the last day that pay will be accounted for.
Vice President Edwards?
And so right after we adjourn, everybody don't leave yet. We're gonna take a quick like 10 year room, all of us maybe goodbye to Lydia at least as like a final like goodbye to them. All right, so once we adjourn, like I know we're all ready to go, but like just take a quick second.
Assistant Director Sutton?
Okay, guys, we're having one more service event tomorrow with the child care center here on campus tomorrow at 4 p.m. We're gonna be in the SG office around 3:30 tomorrow. So I'm gonna drop the sign up Genius in the group chat, and yeah, please come out.
Thank you. Go quick.
This is just an announcement about I forgot what I was gonna say. An announcement about the nameplates. Last year, we had an incident, we lost all the nameplates. So please, let's try to be organized. Put your nameplate in the bin after every general assembly. Don't take it home. We'll bring the box back every week.
Director, Director, my apologies.
If you guys aren't busy during the summer, you guys should apply to be an orientation leader. The application's on Handshake and apply. Thank you.
I know treasurer and already stated, for budget hearings. Budget allocations tomorrow. Please also that form. We're going to have the system all the way down. We try to make this move as quickly as possible because nobody wants to stay that long. Also, I want to say congratulations to both candidates that have performed today. This was a great GA. That's it.
Thank you. Are there any more announcements? Senator Brown? That's our mic.
I second.
Opposed? Abstaining? We adjourn.
Nobody else better adjourn.
What it is.
A chicken salad.
It'll be a boom meet.
There's no way. Two, one. You do want vertical too?
Need a vertical.
One.
You throw. Go to Mike. Uno más.
Mike, can we do it again? Once in a once in a. We got it early.
Goodbye, y'all.
No, I'm not.